Wanna look stylish but you're on a budget? Well, right here we have the Jetour Dashing. So basically the Jetour Dashing falls under the Cherry brand or the Cherry group basically. So basically we have your Omoda, we have your Jaycoos, we have your Jetours and things of that matter, right? And this vehicle is put out to compete with things like your Toyota Corolla Cross and your Kia Seltos and things of that matter, right? So up front, this vehicle has quite a distinctive look up front, right? So it has this fish look-like grille in a way. Yeah, I mean, there's just a whole lot going on. Some say it looks like a mini Lamborghini Urus, and I kind of see that. So up front we have our split daytime running lights on our LED headlamps down here, with of course our fog lamps that says "Drive your future." More into that when we jump into the driving impressions. And then up top we have our Jetour lettering over here, which I really like, right? If there's anything that I like, is this color, the color that it comes in, the black color. The black color absolutely looks stunning. So we also do have a front camera down here, of which I must say, Chinese, when it comes to equipment, they always have you covered. Coming along to the side, this vehicle, I would say this vehicle is a looker, like from all around, right? Coming along to the side, so this vehicle is sitting on some 19-inch alloy wheels right there, and I have to say I like the design, the multi-spoke design on this alloy wheels. Not too fancy, not too over the top, right? And then coming along to the side as well, we also do have a mirror over here with our integrated LED turning signal over there, with of course some body cladding. But with this one, the body cladding is a bit different. They try to add in some styling flares, like the body cladding down here has lines, which is a bit weird. If there's something that I need to commend them for, it has to be the fact that they didn't use excessive use of chrome, because we only have this chrome strip that surrounds the windows over there, of which I have to say I like that. So we also do have a camera down here on our wing mirror over here, and I have to say I really like that. Chinese spare Joe, most. So this vehicle comes with the poppy outdoor handle. So basically I can just open it like that. Yeah, it's a bit flimsy here and there, but yeah, sometimes it just needs you to be careful with it. But I have to say, I kind of understand where they're going with it. Okay, I think because the vehicle is on inside, that's why it won't close. But anyway, coming along to the side, I have to say, man, I like the side profile of the vehicle and everything. As you guys can see, this vehicle is equipped with a sunroof, and I must say, again, spare my feet. Coming along to the rear, right, I have to say, the rear has to be one of my favorite parts of the vehicle, especially the way the tail light kind of wraps around to the side. It has this arrow effect, or this jet effect thingy over here. I have to say, that's a very smart design element that looks very modern and sophisticated, right? If there's anything that I have to commend them for, is the fact that they didn't use excessive badging. So we only have our Jetour badging over here, and the badging that states the model of the name, which is Dashing, right? But the key part is the fact that we have fully LED tail lights, and they have this checkered flag thing in them, which looks absolutely stunning. This has to be the best tail lights that I've seen in a long time, right? And then the turn signal, of course, is your sequential turn signal and things like that. One thing I was confused about has to be the top, which is the spoiler. So the brake light over here has a little center thing over here. I'm not sure if this is a sensor or what, but at first I thought it was a camera. But anyway, it is what it is. Let me just pop the boot open. So an electronic tailgate over here, of which I must say I really like. And coming along, you're welcome to this boot space over here, right? So with this tailgate, you can actually adjust how much you want the tailgate to open from the infotainment screen, which is it's a nice feature, especially if you parked underground and things of that matter. We have our parcel shelf, or retractable parcel shelf over there, that welcomes us to the boot space over here. And then yeah, man, boot space is quite generous. It's really generous. I'm not sure, do we get a spare wheel down here? That's something I haven't checked. Yeah, we do get a spare wheel. It's a biscuit sized spare wheel. And boot floor, there's no boot lip or anything, so I must say This is just a simple plain boot, nothing too hectic, nothing too crazy. Let's just pop that closed. 5 hours later. But anyway, so down below we do have this little diffuser thing or diffuser effect. It's not really, it's mainly for aesthetics. There's nothing that is diffusing down here. And then we also do have our parking sensors, and these parking sensors are very sensitive for my liking. But with that being said, let's jump into the interior and let's get into it. Alright, so you guys join me inside the interior of the Dashing. So first off, let's start off with the key. So the key looks like a set of AirPod cases. It does light up a bit in the dark. I'll try and put in overplay videos of that. We have your lock, unlock, your remote start, of which I've never tried, and I tried it but it didn't work. And then we have your tailgate release over there. Maybe I'm the problem, guys, but anyway. So up front, you're greeted to this this dashboard looks very, very similar to another German brand that I won't mention, right? And I have to say, the dashboard of this and the dashboard layout of this vehicle looks absolutely stunning, right? So up front, you're greeted with a 10.25-inch screen that hosts your fuel gauge, your revs, and things of that matter, right? So basically you can adjust a whole lot of things from here: your fuel consumption, tire pressure monitoring system, and things of that sort, right? And then coming down to the steering wheel, so this steering wheel looks like another brand that I won't mention, but if you guys watch my channel, you guys know the brand. If you know, you know. So on the left hand side of the steering wheel, we have buttons to control your cruise control systems and things of that matter, and your home button and things of that matter, right? The buttons do feel okay. They're actual buttons that you can actually touch. They don't necessarily feel really that nice to touch, but they're okay. And on the right hand side, we have our audio buttons, our call line hanging up, and then behind the steering wheel we have our pedal shifters, but I'll get into that within the driving impressions, right? If there's anything that I have to say, like the aesthetic or the way the dashboard looks is absolutely stunning. Like the finishing, man, like we have a push button start over here that glows up as well, and this leather stitched faux dash over here with a little bit of some detailing over there. What I like has to be this red pinstripe that runs all across the dashboard from side to side through these air vents and things of that matter, right? And then coming along to the center, so we have this 10.25-inch display again over here, but this one controls your media and your vehicle settings. It's not the most responsive screen in the world. So this system does support wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, but this system is not really, like you can tell that okay, the Chinese still need to do a bit of some refining with this system. It does come with things such as your voice commands like hello Jetour here, things of that matter, like similar to the Cherry, so yeah, man.
Sorry, I haven't mastered this skill.
Cancel. Even the tunes, man, the tunes are a bit off, but anyway, it's okay, right? Coming along to the center, so we do have our air vents over here with this plastic feeling thing that feels like aluminium, that looks like aluminium but is plastic. I know you guys might say I'm being hard on the vehicle, but yeah, man. And then down below we have this trimming over here, this plastic trimming, and our touch sensitive air conditioning buttons. So I like the fact that there's actual knobs and you don't have to dig into the touch screen. I have to give that to them. They did big ups to them when it comes to that. So this vehicle also does come with your ambient lighting over here, which absolutely uplifts the cabin and makes the cabin feel more interesting, right? And then of course we do have our little shifter over here, which looks like the one from a Ford Ranger, and I have to say I like it. Just flick it into reverse and drive. Speaking of the since it popped up the camera, we can speak about the camera system. So this vehicle comes with a 360 degree camera system. So yeah, it's okay. It does what it says on the tin, but the resolution of the cameras is not that great, right? But anyway, I think I'm being too hard on it when it comes to the price of what you're paying for this vehicle, right? So connectivity wise, you do have a 12-volt socket and 2 USB ports down here, and then of course we also do have a single cup holder over here that you can also use to charge the key over there, and a wireless pad. So you do get quite a large amount of spec in the vehicle. You also do get an electronic handbrake with a hazard button and some hill descent control, which relatively claims that this vehicle can do a bit of some light off-roading. So since if you're going to be driving, you might need to control the screen over here with this swivel wheel over here, of which I'll say I can give it to them that, you know what, they thought about that. And it also has like shortcut buttons and things of that matter. So yeah, that I have to give it to them. Coming along to the center bin, so again it opens like another German brand. I can't help but say this, right? As all Chinese vehicles, we have a ventilated box in here. I'll put in overplay videos of that. I also like the fact that you can open it like you can open one side and keep one side, which is absolutely stunning. If there's anything that I like about the vehicle, it has to be this seats. Again, they look like another German brand, right? But enough of that, right? But I have to say, they look absolutely amazing. They feel amazing. They're not leather, but they are automotive leather. Let's call it automotive leather. I don't think they'll age that well, but it is what it is. What I have to say I like is the fact that it comes with a giant panoramic sunroof. So considering this vehicle's price of about 469,000 rand, you get quite a large amount of spec. Like the spec levels is insane. But yeah, man, like, plus, you know, Chinese are a bit quirky. We have a little visor. We have a little sun visor over here with some trees or little things over here for lighting. It's quite weird. But anyway, oh, I almost forgot about this. The door card. The door card looks absolutely stunning. The leather theme also continues along here with the door card and the ambient lighting, but we also do get this little strap over here. I'll put in overplay videos of how that looks. This magnetic strap, of which I don't understand the purpose, but it looks great, right? But with that being said, let's jump into the rear seats and let me take you guys through that. All right, you guys join me in the back seats of the Jetour, right? And I must say, it's quite a spacious place to be in. There's quite a lot of leg room and knee room over there. That's my traditional driving position, and I have to say it's quite comfortable. You know, even the seats over here, they don't protrude too much. I can still see over the front just a bit. What I have to say I like is the fact that, you know, the stitching in front continues along to the rear, man. Like even the back passengers do feel special, of which I really like. And of course the glass panoramic sunroof, of course. You know, if there's anything that I like is the fact that we have a reading lamp over here that's LED as well, you know, so I really like that. And then we also do have an armrest with 2 cup holders over here, and we have a normal USB port and a type C port, of course, with a little bin over here and somewhere to store your place, and ventilation over here up, you know. So it's really quite nice. And I have to say, I mean, like, they kind of like thought about everything. Like the quilted leather seats kind of feel nice, man. Like, as much as the bit yeah, they kind of feel nice as well, right? So yeah, man. So if you're a parent and you're going to buy this vehicle, I don't think you'd like to have this feature in the back seat. So basically here at the window switch, we also have a button that I can press.
Please continue.
Close the sunroof.
Alright.
So basically from the back seats, you are able to give the vehicle instructions. So the moment your toddlers find out what that button does, Chef, it's chat for you guys. It's chat for you guys. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the driving impressions and I'll catch you guys there. Alright, so you guys join me for the driving impressions basically of the Jetour Dashing. And right from the get-go, so this vehicle is powered by a 1.5 turbocharged engine that puts at about 115 kilowatts and 230 newton meters of torque, right? And it sends all that power through a DCT gearbox. And let me start with the bad. So this DCT gearbox is okay, right? But sometimes, at low speeds or during traffic, it feels a bit jerky, It feels like it just wants to go here and there, each and every time. It feels like it wants to go each and every time. So that I feel like they could tune the gearbox or the throttling mapping of the vehicle just a bit more. But nonetheless, man, it's okay. The way it handles on the road on the highway, it handles absolutely fine. It kind of gets up to speed just okay because I'll put my foot down right there. It does whine a bit, but it's not too bad. So 122, let's sit here. So it also has this annoying speed limiter thing, but you can turn it off, of course. And I have to say, man, like this vehicle, it drives quite well. It handles quite well around the bends and things like that. Of course, it's not an SUV. It's not a sports SUV like your Porsches and things of that matter. But it gets the job done, Just gets the job done. Nothing too fancy. The suspension could use a bit of some fine tuning here and there, but nonetheless, man, it's okay. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, how's the fuel consumption, right? And of course, with each and every Chinese vehicle, fuel consumption is a big thing. So I'll put up what Jetour claims, but I have been averaging the lowest figure I've seen, and that's with me trying, is 9.8. Currently I'm doing 11.4. I've seen it touch 12.5, and I haven't been doing any spirited driving with this vehicle at all, right? Like literally at all. The steering wheel and the steering input, it's okay. It does feel a bit disconnected here and there, but it's not too bad. It's okay. But yeah, man, the vehicle is quite a solid brand. I just feel like Jetour still just needs to do a bit of some fine tuning with this brand, as much as it comes with all the bells and whistles and things of that matter. But this is not to say that it's a bad vehicle. No. It's not a bad vehicle at all. There's just a bit of some room for improvement and things of that matter. So this vehicle also does come equipped with sports mode. Let me just see if I can activate it on the go. Nope. So you have to dig within things, man. Activate it. Anyway, drive. There we go. Sport mode. Right, and the steering wheel as well. Sport mode. Turbo lag, and then there we go. We're entering 60 zone now. But yeah, man, I have to say, I'm quite impressed with what they're offering and the price in which they're offering it. Sometimes that's where I feel like I'm being a bit too harsh on the vehicle. But at the end of the day, man, we need to be as honest as possible, right? But I have to say, it's quite a wonderful vehicle for what it is. It's a nice vehicle for what it is. If you're looking for something that won't break the bank, that looks sporty, that has sufficient power. So basically this vehicle has, so the Toyota XR I think puts out about 178 Newton meters or 187 Newton meters, and this puts out about 230. So it has quite the punch and things of that matter. But driving it at night, I have to say it's quite amazing. This ambient lighting and things of that matter. What I don't like is this safety system that are a bit intrusive. Like each and every time on the screen you see, whenever I pass a vehicle, the blind spot monitoring would pick up the vehicle there, pick up the vehicle here, and then whenever I stop in traffic, let's say I'm playing music and there's a car that comes up to me just a bit too close, it'll decrease the volume. After decreasing the volume, it'll show me the car right there, of which, yeah, it's cool, but no, man. But nonetheless, man, I have to say this vehicle is quite